Welcome back, everybody. We are starting with part two of tonight's show, celebrating the International Day of Peace. And we start right off with this beautiful video created by Tatiana Speed, featuring 19 members of the New Generation for American Leaders, the new synergy circle that we just created in collaboration with the Evolutionary Leaders Network. And so here we go. Enjoy the video.
The next generation of leaders for an awakening world are rising. We come from every corner of this planet. We are every color. We speak every language, and we are filled with dreams. On the International Day of Peace, we let our voices ripple out with our hopes, dreams, and prayers for what this world can become. And we share this message with you. A message that transcends borders and unites hearts. Let it remind you that we are here. We are finding each other. We are ready to speak, ready to lead, and the world we want to build together is beautiful.
Hello everyone, today I want to share a message about inner peace with you, because I see there is a lot of talk about creating outer peace in the world. But I really feel in my heart that outer peace can only be created by peaceful individuals that have found peace within themselves first.
Because I don't regard peace as the absence of violence alone, but the act of self-preservation, the act of understanding your environment and living in harmony with it, allowing it to allow yourself to be one with it. And I achieve that peace, that inner peace, when I presence myself in that world. It's promised. Be one with home.
Peace to me is the absence of worry. It's the freedom to walk down the street without fear, to live without the sting of discrimination or the shadow of war. Peace is a state of mind and heart, where you can focus on life's everyday small choices, like choosing what t-shirt to wear, not focusing on survival. Peace should have no expiration date. It should be a universal condition shared by every person, every country. Peace must be equal, where everyone, everywhere, has the same rights and freedoms. Peace is a right, a hope, and a shared responsibility.
I love how my teacher emphasizes world peace through picking up the pieces of yourself and becoming whole. And so I really see world peace as starting within, by reclaiming the pieces, by doing the inner work, by doing the excavation work, and coming into a place of stillness and wholeness.
Amani ni nguzo ya haki na upendo. Peace isn't just about living without conflict. It's about finding calm within ourselves and sharing that with others. It's about the love and kindness we choose to show even when things are tough. Peace is every deep breath we take, reminding us that we are all connected. When we carry peace in our heart, we spread hope and healing to those around us. It's a journey we all share, and together we can share peace, grow stronger in the world. We unite for peace.
Throughout history, humanity has caused immense harm to our world. Wars, conflicts, destruction have left deep scars on our planet and our hearts. But amidst all these ruins, there's always a chance to rebuild and heal. As Ukrainian poet Lina Kosenko said, and the horror is not that something will change, the horror is that everything can remain the same. Peace begins with us in our daily actions. By fostering understanding and respect, we can create a ripple effect that transcends borders. Small acts of kindness and the courage to stand for what's right are the building blocks for a more peaceful world.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace upon you. السلام حرية يجعل الروح تتنفس. Let the freedom that peace brings into your soul be the force that shapes the world through kindness, compassion, and deep understanding. This is where the true change begins, within us.
La Madre Teresa dijo, la paz comienza con una sonrisa, which means peace begins with a smile. As you may have noticed, I speak Spanish, and I also speak Russian. Mir начинается с улыбки. I think that peace can be attained by learning and accepting other cultures. Many conflicts are caused by misunderstanding and because of rejections of alternative beliefs.
Amani huanzia moyoni kisha huelekea ulimwenguni. So true peace happens when we let go fear and replace it with empathy from our hearts. When we see others not as strangers, but as part of our human family. It's a simple acts of kindness that builds bridges, the moments of stillness that remind us as more alike than different. Peace isn't something we wait for. It's something we create every day through our choices and actions. And with each small step, we bring the world closer to harmony. We unite for peace.
Salam, Sime Amy Samuel Seifuno. I am from St. Regis Secondary School, and I am from Ethiopia. To get through difficult times, we need to have hope, as Desmond Tutu said. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness. But to be able to achieve what we hope for, we need to have peace. There are wars taking place all around the world at this time. Families are being split apart as a result of these, civilians are dying, and people are losing hope daily. In order to bring hope back, we must come together and make peace with one another. Rather than using violence to solve disagreements, we unite for peace.
Whenever I am seeking peace, the first thing I do is I go to nature. Nature is a well, a resource of resiliency, abundance, symbiosis, and harmony. It teaches us how to live in peace in accordance with the natural laws that have always been here, far beyond the words in the books and the technology that we use to shape our culture today. Mother Earth has always been showing us the way to be in co-creation, collaboration. And when I'm in nature, I'm always looking and I'm listening. What are the lessons that she can be teaching me to build my own sense of self? When I think of peace and when I think of the medicine of the apple, I think about being able to come back into totality, back into wholeness, back into a singular knowing of source as self and self as source. That came to me through nature. So whenever anyone is seeking out peace medicine, I just say go to nature, find yourself and find her voice through you.
Given our current challenges, where leadership is in peril, human beings are suffering from wars and other kinds of sicknesses, it is time to remind ourselves that we have to live in peace. It is time to embrace our diversity and foster a collective understanding that would pave a way for lasting peace. This occasion beckons us to be architects of harmony, working empathy that of course triumphs over any form of animosity and would obviously lay the foundation for a brighter future for us all. Like we say in our dialect, and always remember the watchword is love. Peace out.
Think of yourself as a peace leader. Think about all the changes and impact you can bring to your community. You have the power to bring peace wherever you go. From hatred to harmony, from despairing to caring, your positive impact can change countless lives. Think of yourself as a peace leader. You have the valuable opportunity to inspire many others around you. Being from Hong Kong, I cannot emphasize the importance of peace enough. Our greatest strength is peace, because it not only gives us all unity, but more importantly, a sense of humanity.
Imagine peace as a bridge between unity and prosperity. Bridges rely on a foundation of pillars that help keep it supported. One of these pillars is safety, which all people should always feel no matter the community that they are in. Another pillar is understanding. This pillar is very important because we should always try to understand each other and feel empathy for whatever situation that we are in. The final pillar is education. Education is utterly important for peace to be built. It allows us to empathize and sympathize with those in different situations and those who need help.
मेरा नाम जुआना है और मैं एक भारतीय व्यक्ति हूँ। वनकम, ये पेर जुआना, ना ओरू Indian. Peaceful world is not only a world devoid of war, but a place where human welfare is held above all other pursuits, with policies that focus heavily on quality education, as well as the general health and well-being of all citizens. Quality education and its availability to people of all backgrounds and socio-economic classes.
Different voices, one shared song, in unity, where we belong. No walls, no fear, no divide. In peace, we stand side by side.
My heart all winter lay so numb, the earth so dead and fur, that I never thought the peace would come, or my heart wake anymore. But winter's broken and earth hath woken, and the small birds cry again, and the haythorn hedge puts forth its buds, and my heart puts forth its pain. Let us unite in peace.
Peace resides within us. And in order for us to really feel the powerful effects of peace, we must experience it collectively. We must be able to acknowledge those moments of peace that we've already created for ourselves. So whether it's in that morning cup of coffee in silence, or walking your dog, or eating a beautiful meal with some loved ones, and remembering those moments are peaceful and bring tranquility and joy and space for self-expression and authenticity, we get to be able to create space for even more moments of peace.
It is easy to feel peace towards the pieces of ourselves that we like, and harder to feel peace towards the pieces and parts of ourselves that we don't like. So I invite you for a little short meditation to unite these parts of ourselves. And let's start with briefly closing our eyes for a few seconds and feel into a part of ourselves that we really like about ourselves, and just feel how that feels. And then after a while, just extend that feeling of peace and of whatever you feel towards a piece of yourself that you don't like. Maybe it's a pattern, maybe it's a habit or something that you said or did. And just extend that feeling towards that piece of yourself.
We unite for peace.
We unite for peace.
Unite for peace.
We unite for peace.
We unite for peace.
The next generation of leaders for an awakening world are here. And the world we want to build is beautiful. I hope you can feel it. Around this planet, our voices are rising. Can you hear them? Peace is coming, and it starts with you. It starts with us. Hearts joined, hands united, across borders, languages, cultures. We unite for peace.
You can unite for peace.
Unite in peace.
Unite for peace.
We unite for peace.
We unite for peace.
Unite for peace.
It's been so wonderful getting to know all these young people We meet every Friday as a synergy circle, and Tatiana has been really probably our most significant leader. She's really, really emerged, along with Marley and Maggie and those two gentlemen from Europe, Dominique and Simon. So it's very, very cool what's happening, and you'll be getting to see a lot of them. I'm leaving the credits to run while I speak. You'll be seeing most of these young people on the awakening world as time goes by. And yeah, it's very, 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 very beautiful, very exciting. And Ignite Productions is Tatiana's video production company. So thank you, Tatiana, for that beautiful, beautiful video that she created. A lot of wonderful comments came in, and I'm going to read them. The St. Regis School, my understanding is it's international, and a lot of the young people that go there actually are from displaced situations. They've been displaced from their home or their family, so that's. I'll learn more about it. Maybe we'll do something with Tatiana. She works closely with St. Regis School. I'm reading through the comments. Kieran S. writes, beautiful thoughts from those young people. It gives me hope for the future of this planet. Grace, I'll respond to you privately about your ideas. Susan P. writes, how wonderful, Scott. These young people, we have so many Susans. We've got 4 Susans tonight, and I love each and every one of you. Susan P. writes, how wonderful, Scott. These young people from cultures around the world are beautiful, hopeful, and joy-filled. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your extraordinary efforts for peace in the world. Blessings always. Ayada writes, it's so inspiring to see these wonderful and confident leaders of tomorrow. Carol points out, for the 17 years I was teaching overseas, I considered myself an ambassador for peace between the United States and the countries I worked in. It was fun being the representative that these people met from our country. Yes, I would much rather have you as our representative, Carol, than many of our political leaders. Dr. Laura writes, these young people are so impressive. This video is making my heart sing. It is making me know deep within my heart that we are moving into a new age. We are going to make it. We will create peace on earth. Yes. I'm going to share, by the way, your messages with my young people, with the young people that I'm blessed to be working with. So, yeah, definitely keep them coming in, and I will share them. Yes, Susan, you've been with us from the very first Awakening World. Thank you very much. So many of you, a lot of our longtime friends are with us tonight. So that's very beautiful. Okay, I'm now going to go to the other one. And this is a really cool video that Hubcast just played. And you're going to hear from Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and other celebrities in the context of a song. So let's take a look at this, and hopefully I can get it to play properly.
not hearing it.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it either, Scott.
Still no sound.
So people are not hearing?
Nope, no sound.
No, Scott's here. Let's try again. Did you hear that?
I'm getting a major echo now.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So people weren't able to hear that. You weren't able to hear Paul McCartney or any of that, huh? It's funny
I
because
heard it on
I
Hubcast,
felt the
but I
same way that I
didn't
did
hear
it
it
the
on
last time.
the show just now.
It's one of those nights. Also, it's a little disappointing for me because the all the recordings that I've done, they haven't been able to get them to me in time for tonight's show. So, honestly, I think what I'm going to do is make tonight's show a short show. I'm going to chat with you all a little bit. And there's so many interviews that I did today that I was hoping, and I was under the impression I would be able to play for all of you. But it's not working out so well. I'm going to try one other way of doing this. So give me a minute. You know what I'll do is I'm going to pop on an Omashar song. And while, well, no, I can't though do two things because I'm going to try and do the Unite for Peace thing using this computer and see if it works better. But it's going to take a moment. So be patient with me as I go to uniteforpeace.live and see if I can get it to play properly here.
Can I lead us in sharing radiance with ourselves and each other and the world as you do that, Scott? I invite each of us to place our hands on
Okay, I see. All right, let's try this. This is another Tatiana song where she actually has one of her girlfriends comes and join her. So let's give that a try and see if it plays well.
Be fun. I'm loving being here live in Hubcast Studios.
Okay, let me know if this is playing okay. Let's give it a try. So we're going to go to another Tatiana song with a girlfriend.
And the beautiful humans who are here with me. And I wanted to do something a little bit bold because I wrote a song actually just 2 days ago. So it's very, very fresh, but also like very alive in me right now. And it's really a song to the goddess, to the feminine, and I feel that we're doing something on the earth right now which is balancing the polarities and bringing back the wisdom, the sacredness, and the beauty of the feminine. And to me, that's one of the pathways to peace right now and transforming the world is bringing her back into our public awareness, our collective awareness. And I've been studying a lot of the ancient feminine practices and mystery schools, and this song is kind of downloaded from there. And I want to invite a sister that I just met like a half an hour ago, maybe it's an hour now, to join me. And we're going to wing it, but with a lot of love. And I may or may not remember the lyrics, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Where'd it go? 1 second. It's okay. Don't worry. Okay. Sisters, let us gather as we've done for centuries, to tell our tale and share our story, and unlock ancient memories. We feel the wounds of the past, but our hearts speak of a time to come. Let's gather round the sacred fire and beat the resounding drum. Tales within us, our bodies have endured it all. We've gathered since time began, back when God was a woman. Our hearts hold our grandmother's cries, they hold our daughters' hopes and dreams. We are the healers and the weavers. It's time for us to become leaders. So beat the resounding drum. A new age has begun. So beat the resounding drum. A new age has come. It's time for the soft to leave. Thank you, everyone. A little bit rough around the edges, but hopefully the transmission came through. Thank you for having me.
Am I meant to play one more, or where are we at? Where's Michael?
So how's that working? That seems to be working pretty well, right?
That worked well.
Okay, good. Read a few more of your messages. Ayada writes, I've never articulated my sense of peace like I did earlier tonight in the chat. So I had hoped someone might have saved the chat. Yes, I saved the chat. And Ayada, send me a message, remind me, and I'll send it to you. I did save it, fortunately. Susan Woodridge writes, love, love, love that song. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Dr. Laura writes, Tatiana is absolutely a goddess of the songs that move your heart. Right? I agree. George Noble writes, I was part of a long 4.5-hour Earth Walking Eco Village presentation this morning. Just amazing. A group of communities being formed in Costa Rica, and he puts the chat area into that. So thank you for that. And Ellie's asking, why don't we have more discussion about peace and how we can create it for ourselves and each other? I would love that. So, if anybody wants to speak, raise your hand. And it's best if you raise your the hand that says, like, on your camera, because then you go to the top of my screen and I can see you. So I'd be happy to put the camera on a few of you if you want to share a little bit about your thoughts with peace. Otherwise, I'll continue to read comments. All right, Julia had her hand up, and then Sylvia. Julia, hi, welcome.
I didn't think I hand made it. When we understand that co-opetition will get us much further than competition, we will recognize peace, because co-opetition brings us all up. We're not competing with anyone to be at peace. We are experiencing peace and co-opetating in it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. That was beautiful. Sylvia and then Roger.
Thanks. I'd like to offer a quick experience, actually, of communal, as Julia beautifully put it, co-opetition or sharing mutual care. And that's as inviting people, if you wish, as you wish, to raise your hands to share healing radiance care with each other. And as we do that, I'm going to tone Om 3 times. And first, I place my hands on my heart and belly and then raise them to the collective, because it's about drawing in that radiance with and care with ourselves first. So thank you all. Love and blessings.
Thank you, Sylvia, very much. And Roger, I'm putting you on camera. You're up, buddy. Roger, you need to unmute, Roger. You're still muted, Roger.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. I was trying to hit the button at the bottom of the screen. And I go, no, that didn't work. I had to think about how long ago it was when I started a council of elders, or not I did, but I was in a council of elders at work, at church. And I learned that I had to learn to find peace within myself. When I find peace within myself, then we can find peace in the world when we each find peace within ourselves. And then we can have cooperation from there. So that's all I have to say. So if anybody else has any comments, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Roger. Thank you very much. Dr. Laura says, right on, Roger. And Carol says, thank you, Sylvia. And thank you, Adora, for your beautiful message. All right, I'm going to try playing this other video with some of the celebrities like Paul McCartney. So let me know in the chat box if this is playing properly. Let's get the music up. And
my take on peace. I remember once talking to my father about whether people wanted peace.
And say, okay, what is peace?
Peace means a world without violence. And peace means a world that we not only care for each other,
But I would give the world, if the world were nothing but peace, so that no other mother's children ever have to suffer.
Now.
Ooh, I feel good. Peace and love, everybody.
Pause it there. Vernon was in San Francisco, and boy, his band was great. They really, really rocked. So it was fun to hear him. And we also heard from Maria Moldar, was in San Francisco. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to read a few more comments, and then I'm going to wrap us up for the night with an Omashar song. I had to write, that was awesome. How wonderful to see a lot of faces from the past. Ellie writes, I love Stevie. He just keeps on trucking all these decades, right? Grace Denise writes, we are at this crisis point because so many nations feel at an existential threat crisis because of climate change, their very existence, and others at their economy and voice and cultural identity and territorial security. Can we not realize that the answer is to cooperate for the good of all of us? Absolutely, Grace. Absolutely.
And can you read what I wrote above that, Scott? The first thing I wrote?
Sure. Go. Do you want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
Yeah, read it. So.
Grace writes, I love how the Course in Miracles says peace comes from our love being stronger than our fear. Also, when we connect through empathy, understanding, forgiveness, and wisdom, realizing our greatest happiness and well-being comes from our working together for our highest, best, and most deepest good. Thank you so much. Julia writes, maybe if we stop wanting peace and instead find peace, then we will experience peace. God will let us want all we want. We need to discover God has already brought us peace. He gives it to us every day of our life. We find what we look for. As we listen to the young people, we know they have discovered it within their heart. We must do the same thing. Beautiful, Julia. Thank you. Iota commenting on George Chakiris. Dr. Laura writes, the powers that were always want to use the people for their cannon fodder for the next war of conquest. But if no one showed up to their wars, they would end. Yes. All right. And a few other comments came in. Carol Craig says, I'm an environmental engineer and climate science teacher. There's, okay, a little comment. I'm not going to go back and forth about climate change, but everybody, absolutely, I respect everybody's opinion. All right. Well, we are going to conclude with an Omashar song. And a reminder that we are going to have a Global Peace Tribe retreat. I am going to make it 1 week later than we originally said. We're going to do it November 14th or 15th will be the start, depending on what you guys all kind of decide. So it'll start November 14 or 15 and go till about the 18th in Sedona at Larissa Stowe's beautiful property. We're doing it 1 week later so that Tangela can join us. And she's bringing a lot of her soul search people that live in Sedona. We're going to have Peter. I talked to Peter the harpist, and he's going to be joining us and playing his harp throughout the weekend. So that's going to be quite beautiful. And of course, Larissa Stowe will be there playing music. And hopefully all of you will join us. And I'll get more of the details out later. Also, now is the time to register for the new season, which starts next week. In other words, there will be new Zoom rooms starting October 1st. So next week are the last weeks of the current Zoom rooms. So please make sure you register. While Omashar is playing his song, I'll put the link to register into the chat box. And what's happening in Sedona is we are having a Global Peace Tribe retreat, Ellie. We did one there a couple of years ago. It was very successful. People can come there and stay. We take turns. People share. There'll be some workshops. There'll be a lot of music. There'll be meditation, Omashar. It'll be a wonderful time for us all to gather and pray and do dance and do music and listen to each other speak. So it's going to be November 15th to the 18th, or the 14th to the 17th, or the 15th to the 18th. And I will be creating a whole package and a whole website with all the information. So bear with me. I'll be getting that out to people. Put the dates into your calendars now. Okay, it'll definitely be that weekend, November 14th through 18, 15th through 18, somewhere in there. But definitely that weekend. Whether we might start on Thursday, we might go till Monday. It kind of depends on what you guys decide as to how long you want to come out to Sedona for. All right. We are going to bring up beloved brother Omashar next. And I'll put into the chat box where you can register, because I definitely want all of you to be with us for the next season. And your support means a lot to me. Thank you so very much. And thank you to those of you who have already registered for the season beginning October 1st. Here's Omashar.
I've changed like a butterfly. It's something very new. I'm feeling so alive, and yes, it's true. Nothing is the same. I'm bigger than before, and yet I know that I am still a child without a care in this new world, and so connected to you. An innocent new life, a heart so true. A dream that seems so far away is living here in me, freeing all the pain that paved the way. The miracle of love has opened up the door. Now I know that I am still a child without a care in this new world, and so connected to you. Beating once again, I'm feeling so secure, and yet Yet I know that nothing's like before. My mind is now in peace. No need to know the way. And yes, I'm glad that I am still a child. A child without a care in this new world. And so connected to you. An innocent new life, a heart so true. I'm still a child without a care in this new world, and so connected to you, an innocent and deep and pure and true.
Omashar has been having a wonderful time in Japan, and we will definitely show. What I'll do is I'll put together a show in a few weeks where we'll have all the segments. I did get a message just now from Peter, who's in charge of Hubcast Media, saying that he needs to edit, and he'll send me the interviews that I did today later on. So I'm not going to be able to show them today, but I will show them, of course. Wednesday night, we are going to have another edition of Authors That We Love with three wonderful authors. Joseph Jacques is a new guest. You haven't seen him on the show before. You have seen Melissa Fike as recently as a couple of weeks ago. And all three have wonderful books that are very global peace tribe oriented. And somebody asked about how to go, because after you hang up from this, go ahead and go to uniteforpeace.live, L-I-V-E, unite, the number 4, peace.live, and then register, and then sign in, and then it immediately takes you to the live broadcast. You can either watch it live, or you can kind of take your cursor and go back in time. It doesn't go all the way back to like Japan. I was hoping it would. That it would go all the way back to what was happening in Japan this morning, but it doesn't go back that far. But you can find like the Tatiana songs that I played. And she has a couple of other songs that I didn't play yet. So 4:30 in the morning is catching up with me. I'm going to have some dinner and I'm going to go to bed early tonight, I think. But I love you very, very, very much. And I look forward to seeing you hopefully on Wednesday night. Thank you, everybody, for registering for the new season. Hope some of you can make it to Sedona, and we'll talk much more about that as we get closer to it. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend. Make every day sacred. We do that how? By choosing to see the divine in all.